Good morning. Happy morning. Monday morning. I believe this is my very first Monday morning live stream here on the channel. I actually have a doctor's appointment today in a few hours for my mom, and I got some time. So I thought I would take a look at the latest Linux Mint 19 XFCE. I almost said the X files. Anyway, Linux Mint 19 beta XFCE edition. We'll be taking a quick look at this off a live USB stick. Some of you, and if you don't know, you can actually test Linux. You don't have to install a single darn thing. You can just create a USB bootable stick. I normally use UNetbooten, but there are other ones out there. Let's go ahead and screen share this Google Hangouts. Hopefully it will not crash. Keep in mind this is a beta, so it may crash. So, excuse me. Okay, Farron, hello. Stephen, hello. Shane Davies, hello, hello. And Terry Love. Yes, this is the now released beta. I tested Cinnamon and Mate running inside a virtual box. They seemed okay for the most part, but did not feel like installing something today. It's actually nice, bright, and sunny outside, so this probably will not be a long one. Ray Lackey is in the house. Hi, Ray. How are you? Ray, is this your first time on the stream? I don't recognize your name. If it is, we have to everybody say hello to Ray. Hello, Ray. How are you? Let's see. Quick mic check. Test. It looks okay on my end here. Can you guys hear me okay? Shane. You're also new. Welcome, Shane. Everybody say hello also to Shane. Welcome, Shane, and welcome, Ray. So we're going to take a quick look at this. And again, running this off a live USB stick. Ray, this is your first time here. Okay, cool. You dropped it a few times over on DistroTubes. Excellent. Yeah, we did a live show last night for about, wow, I guess almost 3 hours. Time flies when you're having fun. Robert just woke up on the West Coast. Very good, Robert. You're welcome, Shane. All right, so we are taking a look at the XFCE version here. My brief test this morning, this thing absolutely flies. I mean, it zips. Fernando, how are you? All right, let's get started here. So this is the default desktop here. The icons on the screen, the usual stuff. Ubuntu-based systems always, as long as I can recall, have a very user-friendly, newbie-friendly installer. You can use the automatic install process. It's usually safe. That being said, make sure you back up everything first. You should be backing up even if you don't dual boot or use Linux. Dual boot because you never know when your computer may crash, right? Of course. All right, this is XFCE, so you've probably seen this before. Let's go ahead and go to, desktop settings. Quick look here. And some backgrounds. You know what? Let's do this one. That looks interesting. He better not be texting and driving, this driver, right? We'll just keep it there for now. It looks nice. Anything unusual here? If I right-click again, not really. So, okay, we'll just move on then. The home folder. Thunar. Looks like this has not been updated since 2012, but that's okay because it just plain works. Fernando, yes, it is a beta. It is. Again, self-explanatory here. Desktop documents. Of course, I just downloaded this. I don't have any files installed or anything, but pretty basic stuff. You have a panel at the bottom. Time and date, right click. Let's go to properties. Let's see, time and date settings, UTC. We'll leave it there. Again, I'm not going to install this. You can change the format of this if you want to. All right, simple. Power Manager settings. It looks like a little glitch here. Of course, I haven't installed this. I got 2 icons for my networking because I'm running twice as fast. Okay, maybe not. Notification settings. Do not disturb, general applications. All right, this is something I don't really mess with personally. I just leave it the way it is. And that's what it looks like. Across my tabs, open tabs here. Right click again. And the nice thing about XFCE and Mate and Cinnamon is the ability to add little applets to the panel. Let's see. What shall we add? Anything here? I guess the system load monitor, I guess. I don't know. And there you go. Right here to the right. You can see that. CPU memory swap. Let's see. Panel preferences. Of course, we can unlock the panel. In case you have really bad vision. Yeah, I think that's better. I'm just kidding. Let's go back. Yeah, I think maybe a little bit bigger. I do wear contacts. Okay, I guess I could live with that. Yeah, I think that'll work. Of course, you can drag and move it if you want to. We'll just lock it again. And I think I'll leave it there for now. How does that look? Okay, so far so good. Haven't noticed any glitches. We have some shortcuts here. File Manager, we looked at the XFCE terminal. Again, this thing is zipping. I mean, it's flying. How much space does the install use? We'll take a look at the release notes here in a second, Shane. Thanks for reminding me. Penguin Pacific, hello. Of course, Firefox is installed by default, and the XFCE menu. I believe this is Whisker menu, I think. I lost track, but very easy to use. All right, so this is the Linux Smith website. Let me click always on top. Farron, you're having trouble with a deb file? All right, let's see here. What's new in Linux Mint 19 XFCE? Well, it's called Tara. Time shift. This is something I have not used. This, I believe, is something similar to System Restore in Windows. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Changes to the update manager. Let's see here. The welcome screen. Yep, very nice. I've tested this both in Cinnamon and Mate. It looks very, very nice. The software manager, we'll take a look at that in a moment. And support for high DPI, XApp improvements, and some other things here. Yes, it is the Whisker menu upgraded to version 2.17. Very good. Artwork improvements. They've always had nice wallpapers. This is an LTS. Will be supported until 2023, at least for, it looks like, for security updates. Okay, very good. So let's see. Release notes. Francisco Santos, how are you, man? Let's see. Some tips. Installing multimedia codecs, building with non. Yeah, if you have an older system like a Pentium M, you have to choose this option, Start Linux Mint with PA Force to install, or else it will not install. I can vouch for that because one of my ThinkPads is non-PAE. All right, some solving freezes during the boot sequence. Looks like solution there. Graphics drivers are always a hit and miss. I believe this requires at least 15 gigs to install. They recommend 2 gigs of RAM. I read it somewhere. Obviously, the more RAM you have, it'll run faster. I'm testing this in a dual core. machine right now with 6 gigs. The Linux Mint 19 is based off the 18.04 release. Sound and microphone issues. If you're facing issues with your microphone or sound, please install PAVU control, and that should help you with some sound issues. So definitely take a look at this, especially if you are new to all of this. Very important. Yeah, so the system requirements, they recommend 2 gigs, 20 gigs of space. You can get 64-bit and 32-bit upgrade instructions and bug reports. I won't go through all of this, but you should read this. I downloaded this from a torrent. I did not have any issues. Hi, Ben. All right, let's, you can hit the super key, the Windows key, whatever you want to call it. Drop-down menu. Search bar at the top, the usual. Favorites, recently used, all, accessories, graphics, and so on. Let's go through these one by one. There's a lot here. I won't go through all of these. Farron, you really want to? Well, maybe at the end. Okay, let's move to this here. Accessories. Let's see. Let's go to Task Manager. All right, CPU usage about 30%. Well, fluctuating. 30, 40, not bad. Memory 23%. Okay, it's fine. I don't see any problems. Yes, Linux Mint has a 32-bit. Yes. You guys may have read Ubuntu has dropped a 32-bit support. So yes. Ben, I don't use KDE. Yeah, I just it looks good, but they need to simplify things with KDE for me to really use it on a daily basis in general. But it looks great. Okay, let's see. So we went to Task Manager. Yes, you can use USB image writer to make a bootable stick. I use a UNetbootin. XF Burner, great burning utility. Graphics. The GIMP, one of the best for editing photos. Internet. I did install Chromium to run Google Hangouts, of course, Firefox, HexChat. I do use Thunderbird email and transmission for BitTorrent. Multimedia. Installing multimedia codecs. Great shortcut there. Media player. For what I see here, I would probably install VLC also. Rhythmbox is nice. It's been around for years. It always works. So, yeah. Office, well, the usual LibreOffice suite settings. All right, the Compass settings manager. Be careful with this. It even tells you CCSM is an advanced tool. Use with caution. If you've never messed with this, you know what I say about this? Forget about it. Don't touch it. Okay, now that I've warned you about that, let's see. Anything else catches my eye here? The welcome screen. Very nice. This is one of the best welcome screens of one of the best improvements. Welcome, first steps. I've spoken about this before in Mate and Cinnamon, so take a look at those videos. But extremely newbie friendly, super easy to understand all this. Of course, documentation, help, and if you wish to contribute. Nice. Hello, Red Robo's workshop is in the house. Hello, Sad Error. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Anything else catches my eye? Let's see. Appearance. Let's take a look at that. Lots of choices. Orange, pink, purple, red. Dark. We'll leave it at dark. And finally, system. What can I say, guys? This looks good. Fast, zippy, self-explanatory. Of course, you can stretch that out any way you want to. Log out, switch users, lock all settings. You know what? That's it. That's my quick look at Linux Mint XFCE. I'll stick around and chat with you guys a little bit. This is not a full review, of course. A full review would be an install into actual hardware, testing it for at least a few days or a week, at least, in my opinion. But you know what? I don't think that's necessary. I trust Linux Mint, but definitely give this a try. I believe the final version of this should be released the end of this month. Let's try another wallpaper. See what else we have here. That looks bright and cheery. Take a look at the installer real quick. If it'll work. Yeah, it is. So English, I won't go through all of this, obviously, but just to show you, it's newbie friendly. English, keyboard layout. This is where you click to install software for graphics, hardware, Wi-Fi, flash, and media. Continue. Yeah, I did see that, Ray. Announcement. GitHub got bought for 7.5 billion. Maybe Microsoft can send a few thousand my way so I can upgrade my office here. I don't need much. About 100,000 should just about do it, you know. This is an example of the installation process. I can install Mint alongside my other operating systems. I can erase, encrypt, or something else. I've been using something else lately to use this because I already have created some free space using Windows Disk Management. Normally for this, I don't recommend this. Use this option for newbies. I would recommend install Linux Mint alongside Windows 10 or 7. Make sure you back up first, and you should be backing up regardless if you dual boot or not, because SHIT happens, right? Always back up. I have multiple external hard drives, just in case. That's true for any operating system. But this is the installer, and it's self-explanatory. Yeah. All right, so I get out of that. I'll stick around a few more minutes. Then I'll wrap this up for a quick early morning look at Linux Mint XFCE number 19 Tara. Yeah, I don't use the encrypt option myself, Terry, but if you try, let us know if it works out. You want me to download Google Chrome? Let's see. Okay, Farron, just for you. I'll do this. All dependencies are satisfied. Very well. Where'd it go? It went into a wormhole, didn't it? It's gone. I don't know, man. Where'd it go, man? It went somewhere, man. I think probably in this situation, I would download it, save it, and then try installing it that way. That's what I think happened, right? I think that's what happened. Right. Yeah. That's no big deal. I mean, if that's all it is, yeah. So in this case, you would save it, then get to it later. That's how I would do it. So yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, okay. All right. I got it. I get it. Either that or if it's a super fast install, like 2.4 seconds and it's done. Not the most secure way to install something, but hey, what do I know? Um, but yeah, Microsoft confirms. Wow, that's a lot. 7.5 big ones. Hmm. Is GitHub that special? I guess it is. Buying GitHub would take Microsoft back to its roots, whatever those roots are. That's interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. GitHub, a code repository company popular with many software developers. All right. Well, it's a done deal. All right. A few more minutes. Last call for comments, and I'll wrap this up for this morning, Monday morning. Happy morning to all you guys. If you haven't already, check out last night's live show. I did. We talked about the best Linux distros for 2018 so far. Looking at the system load monitor here. Pretty basic stuff. Yeah, Terry, they do have access to all that now. I don't know what the future is, to be quite honest, at this point. I really don't know. I didn't really use GitHub that much, so it's not that much of a deal for me. Generally speaking, Shane, if you're brand new, I would start off with a virtual machine. Make sure you have at least 6 gigs of RAM. You can do it with 4. Yeah, I would use a virtual machine. Actually, the best way, Shane, is to, if you can, pick up a spare machine. If you can, like a ThinkPad off of Amazon for $200. Trust me, I got a bunch of those. They're like Lexus cars. They just keep going and going year after year after year. But hi, Chris. Bonjour. I'm the French Linux user in the house. Yeah, well, I'm not really French. I'm Italian. But I can say bonjour, monsieur, sous les ciels de Paris, under the French sky. Don't know that much more, but welcome, Chris. Where was I? Shane, yeah, I would say if you don't have a spare machine, I would try a virtual machine. And if you have enough RAM, you should be okay. Because if you break something in a virtual box, you're not really touching Windows. That being said, if you want a dual boot, that's okay. Make sure you back up your system. Regardless, you should be okay. Terry used GitHub for the odd utility hosted scripts. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's just not something I really got into. It's not something I could recommend for newbies, but Shane, you have a Pentium. Oh, 8 gigs of RAM, you'll be fine. Forget about it. Don't worry. Like we say in New York. Shane, absolutely, you can run a virtual box. Yes, not a problem. Um, okay, Ben, we will no longer talk about GitHub unless we're making fun of Microsoft, right? Of course, we did some nonsense last night. Those church bloopers are really, really funny. In case you missed them, man, there were actual church bloopers, church bulletin announcements. An example would be, don't let worry kill you. Let the church help. These are actual bloopers. Anyway, let's see. It was about 11. Okay. Gotta have my breakfast and then start my day. Take my mom to the doctor. Dr. Feelgood at 2:30. Pain in her back the last couple of days. I don't know what's going on. Politics is part of all this. This why the you're telling me, Steve, politics. My goodness. Maybe we should just call ourselves the United States of Russia, comrade. I don't know about you guys, but I feel much, much safer now that President Putin is in power here in the States. But boom. Anyway, Van Halen. Oh, I liked Van Halen. Girl, you really got me now. Anyway. All right. Well, I think I'll wrap this up. My final thoughts on this, absolutely check it out. Another stellar release from the team at Linux Mint. Again, right now this is a beta, but from all three that I've tested, it seems okay, at least from what I've tested. Of course, you never know with any Linux, with anything, unless you install an actual physical hardware, not in a VBox, but an actual spare machine if you have one, and then try it out for a week or two, a month to see what you have. That's the only way to tell for sure. Only way. But anyway, King Dragon Fury. All right, all right. Ask your question. You'll be the last question, King. Hurry up. I have to go. Quickly, there's no time. Quickly, quickly. I sound like Liam Neeson. Quickly, there's no time. Quickly, quickly. I will find you, and then I will kill you. I love those movies. Quickly, there's no time. Quickly. Go ahead, King. Last call for comments. Thank you, Shane. Don't forget to subscribe and support this channel if you can. It'd be greatly appreciated. That defrauding app, I did a defrauding app. Oh, defragging. I'm like, did I defraud someone? Holy crap. Do a review. I think I originally did it on Defraggler, didn't I, King? I know I did it on Oslogics, and I think, yeah, go back to my videos. I think I did something on Defraggler. Yeah, I know. I'm like, the defrauding app. Yes, Toss Today recommends the defrauding app because forget about privacy and security, you freaking nuts. It's cool, King. It's cool. Yeah, really. MS defrauded me with the time to defrag. Yeah, I think I did. If I did not, just send me an email on my channel and I'll take a look at it. Not a problem. I will say that between Defragler and Oslogics, they're both good. I would probably pick Oslogics for now. Yeah, I know it's the autocorrect. Terry Love wants to defraud scammers. Aha. You know, next time I get a scammer call, I should go into my New York routine and just, non-family friendly. And I say, Listen, you bleeping, I will find you and your freaking family. I'll bleepity bleep the bleep out of you. But I can't do that. I have to be nice to people, even to scammers. You know, there's so much hate in the world. I think it's sufficient, and I do not want to contribute to that. That's just who I am, man. Yeah, yeah. Enough garbage out there. You know, see what I'm saying, guys? I don't want to contribute to that. So if I get a scammer or a unsolicited call, I'll say, goodbye, and just hang up. That's about as mean as I can get. Or I can call Uncle Guido in Sicily, and he'll say, "Oh, forget about it. I'm busy here. We have a volcano blowing up in my face. It's tearing up all my cannolis." Anyway, yeah, nobody likes to be scammed or defrauded or lied to. That's just human nature. But anyway, yeah, defraud. Yes, the new defraud app from Microsoft. Very lightweight, easily erases your credit cards and bank accounts. Super easy to use. So if you're feeling like you have way too much weight on your hands, way too much cash, carrying all that weight, you can just use the defraud app and you'll go on a diet immediately. I'm being silly. All right, so the last question, that was the last question. I need to go. I need to get ready and get my mom ready to go to the doctor, Dr. Feelgood. And I'll catch you guys during the week. So enjoy the rest of your day too, King. Take care. Always a pleasure chatting with you guys. And have a good one. Ciao.